Welcome to my channel, dear friends. I hope you will warmly welcome me on YouTube, where you will enjoy my stories. Today, I'm sharing an amazing story with you. This story is a true one, drawn from everyday life, love, and hidden secrets. It's about a person who was trusted and loved, yet betrayal and unexpected events changed his life. It includes hidden secrets, conflict, suspicion, and difficult decisions that affect both the family and the future. So let's begin. This case took place in 2007 in the city of Homs, in the country of Syria. In that city of Homs, there lived a family. The father was named Imad and the mother was named Maha. The family had 3 children, all of whom were girls. The father and mother were among the people who, in their childhood, were not given the chance to receive an education and did not attend school. In the past, many people did not study. However, they made a firm decision that their daughters would receive a good education and reach a high level in their studies, since they themselves had not been given such an opportunity. The father was a skilled craftsman, a carpenter, while the mother did not work. She stayed at home and took care of the children. Since the father and mother loved their daughter's education very much, they always made plans for them. When the daughters reached high school, they realized that teachers who taught only in the neighborhood were not enough to cover all the lessons they needed at school. The money charged by the teachers who gave private lessons to the children in the neighborhood was expensive, and the father could not afford to pay the full amount since he worked as a carpenter and his income was limited. The parents thought about how they could get the money, since at that time their eldest daughter was about to start high school. After much consideration, the mother came up with an idea that the father should go to Saudi Arabia, because at that time there were more jobs for skilled workers there than in their country, and the wages were higher. After that, the father left and went to Saudi Arabia, while the mother stayed at home to continue taking care of the children and keeping track of things. The father and mother had agreed that he would be away for 5 years so he could earn a significant amount of money. The money he earned would be sent to the mother, who would manage the household expenses, the children's education, and other needs. Part of the money would also be saved and set aside so that when the father returned after 5 years, they could start a business together. After the father went to Saudi Arabia, he immediately found a carpenter job that paid more than what he earned in his own country, which made them very happy. He sent all the money he earned to the mother, who used part of it to pay for household expenses. The rest she invested in gold as savings, since gold is a long-lasting asset that can increase in value over time, meaning that the money you initially spend on buying gold could be worth more when you sell it later. After the father had been away for a year, his sister called him. She said, "Your wife came to a party today wearing a lot of gold. When I asked her where she got all this gold, she told me, 'My husband gave it to me.'" The father asked her, "Did he really buy all this gold for your wife?" She replied, "Yes, he bought it for her. He is now earning good money, and he is happy that my wife has finally reached the same level as the other women and is able to wear gold." One day, his sister called him again and said, "I saw people coming in and out of your house, and your wife going out all the time, even at night. I think your wife might be doing something wrong." He replied, "I trust my wife. She is a good wife and a good mother. I love her, and it is impossible for her to do the things you are suspecting." His sister didn't stop there. She called again and said, "The gold your wife is wearing is worth more than all the money you sent her. I think your wife might be getting money from other places as well." When she realized she couldn't convince him, she told her own brothers that their brother's wife was doing something wrong, saying that men were entering their brother's house, and that his wife was wearing gold worth more than the money he sent. Imad was called by his sisters, and they told him, "Your wife. Everyone in the neighborhood is talking about her. They say that men enter your house and that your wife goes out secretly at night." Imad replied, I know that my sister told you all these things. And my wife is a good wife, and I trust her. Stay out of her affairs and don't get involved. If she ever reaches a point where she reports things about her to you, I will block her." He said, "The men you saw coming into the house are the teachers who give my children private lessons at home. As for the gold she is wearing, it is part of the savings we set aside to start a business." They said, "Last night, she came into the house around midnight. Can your sister explain why she came home at that time?" He replied, "Yes, I know why my wife came home at that time. She tells me everything she does and every step she takes. That night, she called me and said that someone had fallen ill while she was sleeping, and she had to go out. But she returned before morning, so that the girls wouldn't feel alone and wouldn't miss school." At this point in the story, who do you think is right? Are the sisters correct in what they're saying, that the wife is cheating on her husband, or is the wife a good wife while the sisters are the ones causing trouble? While the imad had been away for 3 years, throughout those 3 years he kept receiving troubling phone calls telling him that his wife was bad, that men were coming to her house, and that the gold she owned was worth more than all the money he sent. In this way, they continued accusing his wife for the entire 3-year period. One of the brothers, who was the eldest, said, "Is it possible that we are wronging this woman? I will go and verify whether what is being said is true." After closely watching the wife for a long time, he called his brother imad and said, "If you do not come quickly, I will go to the court and report that this woman is cheating my brother who isn't in the country, or I might even kill her. Return to Syria as soon as possible." After that, imad became afraid for his wife, worried that the false accusations being made about her might now turn into real threats. He told his brother, "I am coming, so don't do anything until I arrive." Imad told his wife that he was coming home, and he asked her to prepare the saved gold so that when he arrived, he could sell it and use the money to start a business. She said, "Okay, come. The gold I have saved is enough to start a business." Imad returned to his country after 3 years, but there the original agreement between him and his wife had been that he would stay away for 5 years. He was warmly welcomed by his wife and daughters with great happiness. The house was well prepared, and his wife cooked delicious food, giving him a very special and joyful reception. After a long time of happiness, night came, and when the daughters fell asleep, leaving only him and his wife awake, he told her, "I am going to visit my eldest brother, the one who called him, who lives near his house. I will be away for a short while to speak with him and greet him." Imad and his brothers were neighbors, which is why they were known of every step his wife took. Imad stayed at his brother's house for many hours, and it reached around midnight when he arrived. His wife thought to herself, he might have slept at his brother's house. And then she, feeling tired, went to sleep. In the morning, when his wife woke up, she noticed that Imad still hadn't returned home until he left. She thought to herself, "He's probably having breakfast at his brother's house this morning. Maybe he will come back later." Around 10 o'clock in the morning, when she saw that Imad still hadn't returned, she went to his brother's house and knocked the door. Imad's brother opened the door, and she said, "Imad went to your house last night but hasn't returned until now?" He replied, "I didn't see Imad, and he didn't come to me last night. I know that Imad has returned to Syria, but he didn't come to me yesterday." And continued that he is your husband. "How could you not know where your husband went yesterday?" She said, "I know where he went. He came to your house last night. I saw him when he was entering your house." Imad's brother denied this and said, "My brother didn't come to me yesterday." She said, "He did come yesterday, Imad." But Imad's brother insisted, No, Imad didn't come to me last night. Imad, his wife, and his brother argued, and the neighbors came out. They asked, "Why are you two fighting?" The wife said, "I saw Imad when he went into his brother's house," while the brother insisted, "Your wife is lying. Imad didn't come to me yesterday." Imad was searched for at his other brother's houses, but he could not be found. Then the police were called and were informed that a person was missing and that two people were accusing each other regarding the disappearance. Both of them were taken to the police station. When questioned, they contradicted each other. The wife accused her husband's brother of causing her husband's disappearance, while the brother insisted, "I didn't see my brother. He didn't come to me yesterday." After that, the police began an investigation. They searched Imad's house and his brother's house, but they didn't find any evidence or blood anywhere. The police brought back the two who had been accusing each other of Imad's disappearance, and they were arrested. After a long interrogation by the police, neither Imad's wife nor his brothers admitted to anything, and they insisted on their previous statements. At this point in the story, who do you think is the culprit? Is it Imad's wife, who might be responsible and causing his disappearance? Or is it Imad's brother, who might be involved because of him? Or is it someone else entirely, and neither of the two people currently being accused are guilty? When the police decided to begin a proper investigation and send evidence collectors to the place where Imad was suspected to be missing, they initially hadn't conducted a thorough investigation. This is because, in such cases, a proper investigation is usually carried out only after the person has been missing for 48 hours. At this point, Imad's wife and his brother are in police custody, and the police have now filed an official report and are ready to begin a proper investigation.